Amy Duggar and her husband Dillon King keep the romance in their relationship alive with a very racy Sunday tradition, the couple revealed in an exclusive interview with the U.S. Sun. Amy and Dillon, who have been together for more than 7 years, said for the first 4 years of their relationship they shed their clothes every Sunday and walked around their home naked together. Calling those years the best 4 years, the couple admitted that the racy routine now occurs less frequently following the birth of their son Daxton, who was born in October 2019. "We waited 4 years, after getting married, before we had kids, and it was the best 4 years," gushed Amy. "We got to have naked Sundays, and all things like that. Can't do that anymore with a little 3-year-old running around and jumping in bed," added Dillon. "It's a lot different," he laughed, revealing they'll still sometimes indulge in the tradition if their son is visiting his grandparents. When asked about any plans to potentially expand their family, Amy and Dillon insisted they aren't in any rush, though they do envision having one more child at some stage. Something Amy said she won't be doing is following in the vein of her uncle Jim Bob Duggar and Aunt Michelle, who had 19 children between 1988 and 2008. The Duggar family shot to fame in the mid-2000s on the hit TLC reality TV show, 19 Kids and Counting, which followed Jim Bob and Michelle as they raised their 19 children under incredibly strict Christian beliefs. "Not everybody is going to have 19 kids. Lord knows I'm not designed to have 19, I'm not designed to have 10. I think the maximum is 2, said Amy. "We're very much in agreement about that. Lord knows I'm not designed to have 19, I'm not designed to have 10. I think the maximum is 2. I call him my Tasmanian devil, because I didn't grow up in a strict house," explained Amy, who is the daughter of Jim Bob's sister, Deanna Jordan. "Mine was more like, I had rock music, I wore swimsuits, kissed boys, and kind of lived life. But it had to be taken aback whenever I went to my cousin's house. I would try not to wear something that showed my shoulders, I wouldn't show my knees." Amy added that she tried to respect their rules, even though she said she didn't understand them at all. Among the various rules Jim Bob and Michelle enforced was a ban on all dancing and modern music. According to the Duggar mantra, modern music is too sexual and impure, and dancing could fuel sexual desires. Additionally, all women had to dress modestly, covering their shoulders, chests, and legs even at the beach. The Duggar girls were expected to wear modesty swimwear that covered their bodies almost entirely. The ill-fitting garb covered them from their necks right down to below their knees. They were also not allowed to hold hands with their partners until they were engaged and were required to save their very first kiss for the altar. Jim Bob even read all of his daughter's text messages when they were growing up, replying to any messages himself that he disapproved of. While Amy says she could never imagine growing up in such a strict and suffocating environment, she tried as best she could to respect the lifestyle Jim Bob was imposing. "I did try to respect it to a point," she said. "I wasn't going to be like, this is me and I'm wearing all black, grr," added Amy, imitating a ghoul. "I wasn't going to show them my kind of style and all that, so it was a really weird balance." While some of Amy's cousins have since rebelled from Jim Bob's rule, she estimates that at least half of them are still following her uncle's laws to a T. She said, "It's so ingrained in their minds from when they're very young that they follow the rules, that they follow them and will respect them. They're told, you will love your father and mother and you will respect them and don't ask questions. That's your authority, and that's just how it is. Even for me, I didn't ask any questions for the longest time. I didn't understand it, but I didn't want to ruffle those feathers. But it is what it is at this point. I'm in my 30s now, and I just don't care anymore." Amy's husband, Dillon King, who was sitting with her during the U.S. Sun's interview, was less PC in his opinions of the Duggar way of life. Imitating Jim Bob and Michelle, you don't get a mind. Do what I say. That's crazy, he said. That's crazy. I'm just calling it how it is. Although Amy didn't live under Jim Bob's roof, some of her uncle's beliefs also impacted her own life and career pursuits. During the filming of 19 Kids and Counting, on which Amy frequently cameoed, she was approached to appear on Dancing with the Stars. However, Amy was forced to turn down the opportunity because of the Duggar belief that dancing is a sin. "I didn't turn it down. Are you kidding me? I would have loved to have done it," Amy excitedly declared when asked about the offer to join the competition. "I've never danced a day in my life, but come on, let's do it. Come on Disney. Come on ABC. I'm ready." Amy didn't name who blocked her from participating in the ballroom dance extravaganza, but a source close to the family previously claimed to the U.S. Sun that it was Jim Bob who pulled the plug. "Well, my family doesn't believe in dancing, and I was on the show at that time," said Amy. "And so it was turned down very quickly because they did not want me to dance because that's a sin. And I was told I couldn't take part simply because that's wrong and that's not what women do. But going forward, I really like where life is headed. Should the opportunity arise to star in her own reality show in the future," Amy said she'd be up in the air about the idea. But if she was able to truly be herself, without some of the choreography that can sometimes be orchestrated by producers on such shows, then she'd definitely consider it. "I think I would if I could truly be myself, and what you see is what you get, then yes," Amy said. "But at the same time, I want to protect my son, and if we have future kids, or whatever, I would want to protect them as well. With TV and cameras, as you can tell, there's a camera on me right now," she continued, gesturing to the lens, "and we have nothing to hide. The skeletons are already out there."